What's good, YouTube? You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Sai here with the Handicap Heights episode today for y'all. You know what I'm saying? The first episode of Handicap Heights and Harassment. In today's episode, I will be orating how to be able to maneuver in all aspects of the world as a disabled and be able to protect yourself from harassment and physical assault and etc. Especially somebody who's been attacked and assaulted physically and verbally as a disabled and has been able to sift both sides of the world as living with some type of normalcy, and with a physical difference, I'm able to bridge those gaps or those roadblocks, and to be able to create an opportunity to be able to maintain a higher quality of life for people with physical difference. And one of the most things that I've recognized just upon my journey is that, you know, when you have a physical difference, you know, people, when they look at you, they may not deem you as socially cognizant or socially capable or intellectually capable just based off of your physical difference or physical description until they interact with you, and then they see the way that you orate, the way that you handle yourself, the way that you carry yourself is much different. But within that, some people can try to cause harm to you, try to assault you, like in elementary. Those of you guys know that I'm battling content, so my sphincter muscle doesn't work, which means that I have no control over where I can control my stool when it releases. So I have to use the bathroom, and in the midst of me using the bathroom, I'm gone for longer periods of time. And even then, as kids, they would follow me to the bathroom and whatnot, like on some creepy, like, bro, like, chill out, bro, like, what are you following me for? Like, I'm gonna watch me wipe and change my diaper, so just even as a kid experiencing things like that, I was automatically aware that there are some individuals that you have to explain to them and orate to you and verbally say, hey, what you're doing, I don't like that, can you stop, communicate. And when you communicate that, they might not take heed to that or take it into consideration because it's coming from you, because you're disabled. So people don't take your word for heed or for what it's worth until you emanate the proof. And so that was one of the reasons why I had to start using the bathroom in the nurse's office for privacy and respect and boundaries, because they kept following me, trying to see why I was taking so long and whatnot. Like, that's that's creepy. Then another situation, living with a physical difference, and also too as well, if you have a physical difference or you're disabled, there's a thing called the 504 plan. So a 504 plan is a special accommodation that they must write to you within a disability act. And a 504 plan just basically has any type of accommodations for your medical to be able to allow you to be able to be comfortable in your work environment, in school, or in any setting within America. And so they have to make accommodations for you. So if you're somebody like me who has a physical difference and multiple physical ailments, and you have to wear undergarments, and you need a special bathroom, or you need certain type of undergarments, or just certain for the day and whatnot, etc., then you can have those 504 accommodations met to your specific needs. And every time I had to go use the bathroom, like the other kids, they would have to raise their hand and fill out the bathroom pass, and they'd only get 3 bathroom passes a year. But with the 504 plan, or whatever your accommodation is, you can set up your own little code. Like, whenever I had to use the bathroom, instead of it getting the students' attention and making a whole scene, I would just put 2 fingers up, and my teacher would automatically know, okay, so I gotta go use the bathroom. And with the 504 accommodation, when they allow me to use the bathroom, I had a key to the nurse's bathroom, so they will allow you to be able to accommodate any specific needs that you request. So that's one of the other things on how to protect yourself and whatnot, especially if you're disabled or you have a physical difference. So within the school or any work setting, they have a 504 accommodation plan. So I was able to just use the bathroom freely within the whole school. So if somebody was using that nurse's bathroom, then I can go use the teacher's bathroom, or the other special ed bathroom that was on the other side of the school. So they do have laws and accommodations for you to be able to enhance and to be able to protect your quality of life. So that is a 504 accommodation plan, and I will include it right there for you guys to see. And then another time, I was on a business trip, coming from San Diego, and this was about when COVID was a newborn. So COVID was just emanated into the public about 4 or 5 months, so it's fairly new. I had went to San Diego. That was about around April and May, so that was around that spring break area. So when I went to San Diego, I was coming back. My stop was in Bakersfield. That was so that was one of the layovers was in Bakersfield. It was an hour layover in Bakersfield. So while I am on my business trip, waiting for my layover, and waiting for my second departure to be able to go home for my business trip, I noticed there was an individual who started approaching from the front entrance of the parking lot. And mind you, the way that the parking lot is, it's about 200 yards of empty field. So there's no stores within a 360 view of 200 yards. So if I needed to call for help or needed to run for safety or etc., that would be 200 yards of effort that I would have to run to. And it was just me and a couple of other individuals, but the couple of other individuals that was in that area, based off of observation, they just had some sort of mental illness, or they were socially incognizant, they were intoxicated, or just didn't understand what was going on around them. So just based off of that observation, I seen that, okay, there's no allies really around that area. In this particular area, it's just, known. So just understand and be able to dissect everything within your environment. And so I was like, all right, I'm cool. But when I noticed the individual approaching from the front entrance of the bus stop, I noticed he kept kind of circling back and kind of approaching up kind of slowly, about 5 feet from where I'm at, because I'm sitting down waiting for my ride to come. And the way that I'm sitting down, I can see the entrance, I can see where the buses pull up at, and I can see where my bus is gonna pull up at and who's behind me. And when I was sitting at the bus stop, from where I was sitting at, from my back, the only store or the only restaurant that was open, it was a Wendy's over there, and it was about 200 yards across the street. Now you can see the Wendy's, but it's 200 yards, and it was a CVS and some other stores nearby, but it was closed because it was COVID. The only store that was really open was just the restaurants, because it's fast food. You can still dine in as long as you have a mask. So I noticed an individual approaching, and you just, pacing back and forth. And I noticed his behavior is a little bit, it's a little bit erratic. Kind of just moving back and forth. And as he finally kind of gets comfortable enough to approach me, he kind of asks me, am I waiting for, for the bus? Two things, individual who asks you like that, are you waiting for the bus? Understand that individual's profile. Are they somebody who seems up to good? What is their purpose? And what environment are you in? Of course, I'm waiting for the bus. I'm at the bus stop. I'm here to sit down at the bus seat. I have my bags that have my camera equipment, my clothes, my undergarments for me to be able to change, my inhaler. I have asthma. So those are all necessities that I need for my disability and to be able to maintain my health. So when he asked me if I was waiting for the bus, it already clicked. So I was already eyeing him, and then when he asked me that, I just thought to myself, like, why would you ask me, am I waiting at the bus, when everything lines up that emanates that I'm waiting for the bus? I'm sitting down at the seat at the bus stop, looking up for the bus and looking up at the stop. And then before that, he heard me ask the bus driver if he knows when the bus will be departing from over here, and he had said that he don't know. So I was like, okay, thank you, sir. So when the driver specified that to me, okay, he heard, because he was standing like right there when he kept trying to pace back and forth. So when he felt comfortable this time to ask me that question, I'm just like, oh yeah, he think I'm socially cognizant, that I'm not aware of what's going on within my environment. But I just play it smooth. And when you come across individuals like that, number one, just never be aggressive. As long as you got your 2 feet, you can flee. So always remember that. As long as you got your 2 feet, you can flee. So this individual, after he asked me if I was waiting for the bus, you know, I just said yeah. So then after that, he was like, oh, okay. And I was like, okay, yeah, why are you asking me if I'm waiting for the bus, but you're not asking, oh, well, do you need help for the bus, or do you know what time the bus is coming, or that, you know? So those were just the little lugs that he was trying to throw out just to see how comfortable I was, for him to be able to gauge my type of character, if it was going to be an easy lick or one where it had to be a little bit of effort involved. So after I said that, I'm already, you know, aware of everything. You know, when I leave the house, I'm already aware and noticing everything and observing just how people are, and from past experience. So after that, he continues pacing back and forth now. So now he's trying to like have conversation with me because he see my camera and my bags and everything. And you know how when somebody trying to talk to you again, but then they kind of hesitant. So he kept doing that. So every time he kind of paces back and forth, I'm just kind of like looking at him just to kind of let him know that, hey, look, I observe you. Please kind of, you know, like get back, you know, cause yeah. So after he keeps pacing back and forth and everything, he's kind of getting real close. So when he get real close, I'm just like, can I help you? And then after that, he was just like, he didn't do anything. So then after that, he kept on going and just kept pacing back and forth, and he just still pacing back and forth within like 2 to 3 feet from me. So now I'm just like, oh, okay, now that he keep pacing back and forth, I already know what he's trying to do. So once I notice that he's pacing back and forth and I'm at the stop right there, now I move my bags and go to the other side of the stop. So now that I go to the other side of the stop, he moves and goes to the other side. So when he goes to the other side of the bus stop, he's trying to align himself up parallel to exactly where I'm at, so he could try to like make his move or whatever. So then once I see that, oh, okay, he's following me, so then I specifically go to the other side again and act like I'm lost, or act like I'm looking for the little stop sign thing with my phone. And that's another thing too as well. You know, when you have a physical difference, you know, you can, you know, act like you're lost or got cerebral palsy and whatnot to gauge the type of behavior that someone is trying to cause to you. So when I was acting like I was lost and whatnot and had cerebral palsy and moving all like that, then he got even closer. So that is a tactic. That's one of the tactics as a disabled, to be able to know if someone is going to cause harm or whatnot to you. So now you know they're trying to look for an they're trying to look for an open moment to be able to take my belongings. So as he keep getting closer and whatnot, I'm just like, what's up, bro? I'm like, can you please back up? So then he's really not really taking what I take really into consideration like that. He just still kind of pacing back and forth, but he just like, oh, I'm not on nothing, bro. So as soon as he said, oh, I'm not on nothing, I already knew, like, you already on something. So when I go back to the other side again, so mind you, I'm just moving sides back again just to see if he would keep trying to follow me. So then he followed me, so he did it again. So then I call my people up, and I'm like, hey, look, it's this dude that keep on following me. This is his description, it's what he looked like, just in case I had to protect myself. And if you're disabled, you have a right within the laws to be able to protect yourself if it is somebody trying to cause great bodily harm to you, and you have no exits and you have no escape plan, and you feel that your life is in immediate danger. I was just observing for him if he had, any weapons, any knives, and whatnot. And in the beginning, I couldn't see if he had anything on his waist, or if he had anything in his backpack, or if he had like a little knife on his side, or a little pocket knife or anything. So I was looking for objects, that can cause great bodily harm and whatnot, because if I would have seen a knife or something, then I would have walked all the way to the other side of the thing. But I didn't want to miss my bus stop too as well, because I have to get home and my bus is scheduled to be here, and I paid for my ticket to be able to go home. So if I leave this stop or move, I won't be able to see my bus and come. And if there's nobody waiting at the bus driver is just going to drive right past. So I don't want to miss my bus and be stranded there, and I'd have to catch a lift or pay for another bus. So as I'm there, I just noticed that he's still parallel to me, still trying to trail me, and I just call my peeps up and just let them know, hey, look, it's a guy right here, and she's like, okay, well, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm okay, I'm good, but that's just to notify you, hey, look, there's somebody trailing me. I gave a verbal warning multiple times. He's still trying to trail me. Then another situation too out here, some guy was trying to pull a knife out on me and stab me and whatnot, and I don't say anything. And how you have to move as a disabled within anything in life, always use your 2 feet to flee, man. It's never worth it, man. Why would you want to put yourself in a situation where you would have to protect yourself, and now you're in a detrimental situation and whatnot? And even if you are within the right to protect yourself, it's still a waste of time, a waste of resources when both of you can be home with your family or be out working or this or that, no. And as a disabled, I don't want to be involved in any situation. And that's why I try to educate and show people, hey, look, if somebody come across you in this, you supposed to verbally express in a positive manner, hey, look, I didn't like that, can you please respect it? But you gotta understand, everybody does not have the cognitive ability to be able to communicate and express themselves like that, and especially just with comprehending with what you said. And another thing with comprehending with what you said, if you're disabled, when you do say something about what you don't like or what made you feel uncomfortable, they still don't care. And I have another video, or one of the other videos, where the guy had what is this? Like another comment, but yeah, crazy coincidence. On my self-defense video, I had 11 fights and got knocked out once. But yeah, man, that's another thing too as well, bruh. Like, as a disabled, bruh, I wouldn't even fight no disabled, bruh. And coming from somebody that's been over the horizon as a disabled, I wouldn't feel right as a man, bruh. Knowing that I just hit somebody who was disabled, but I'm still a disabled, like, I wouldn't feel as a man, like, just, I don't know, but bragging like that, like, oh yeah, he was disabled, he had one arm. Like, even though he got one arm or whatnot, doesn't make him any less than, but it's just like, it ain't no cool points for that, bro. Like, nigga, you hit a disabled, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, why you hit a disabled for, bro? Like, I don't know, but I still wouldn't fight no disabled. So just knowing just how people try to fight me and assault me and whatnot as a disabled, it just let me know just how people are. They don't really care about your physical out here. It's a really warfare world, and I think that's why everything about me wanting to go to the military helped me be able to be a man that's intelligent, to be able to maneuver in all aspects of the world. Because what does the military do? They strategize, they plan, they avoid conflict. If we go here, no, we don't go this route, because if we go this route, it's gonna be ambush, it's gonna be conflict, we're gonna be exposed. But if we go this route, we'll be able to avoid all of that. So it's just being able to think in a pragmatic format with logical reasoning, but yeah, there are people out here that's that don't really care about what you say. And this is one of the videos that the dude tried to pull out a knife on me, and I'm gonna play it right here for y'all.
I'm with you though, bro, but it's not a situation though. It doesn't matter, bro. Situation like this happen, bro. It's good, bro. It's good. Nah. He's good, bro. It's good on my behalf, bro. That's my fuck up though. It's like his homie would have fucking tripped off like you would have tripped. You're looking at me then, baby. It's all good though. It's all good, bro. On my behalf, bro. I fucked up though. You feel me? Let's not make this shit happen. after like nothing.
Nobody ate at the after party.
It ain't supposed to be more than what it's supposed to be.
The after party.
Like a brown.
Cheese on, nigga, look.
Nah, that's not
After party, no. Hold it. Hold it, but not drop the bus, nigga. Bus, bitch.
See? But that's why I don't say anything, bruh. I'm not gonna say anything. And especially somebody like that, and like how I mentioned earlier, the 3 things on how you supposed to observe people. Are they intoxicated? Do they have a mental illness? Are they socially cognizant? Man, do they have the intellectual capability to be able to understand, comprehend, communicate, orate? You know? But yeah, that's why I don't say anything. And there's laws, if you're disabled, for you to be able to protect yourself. And especially with somebody that has a knife like that, you know, he could have caused great bodily harm. You know, I have one hand. You know, I might not be able to defend myself properly like how everybody else can. You know, I'm missing my thumbs. You know, I'm missing my index finger. You know, missing. On a disabled, you know, they can cause great bodily harm. You know, everybody, you know, can observe that I have one arm, you know, so I might not be able to, you know, properly defend myself, you know, like the next man or next woman can, you know, who has 2 hands. And the fact that, you know, they felt that it was okay to be able to pull out a knife and threaten me just, you know, lets me know that, you know, that is a very evil person. And, you know, as a disabled, you know, there are laws that allows you to be able to protect yourself. But as a disabled, I always believe that if you have your 2 feet, flee. No, if you see somebody is being aggressive and everything, and you are in the right to protect yourself, hey man, if you can run, run. Use your 2 feet to flee, man, because it's never worth it. It's a waste of resources. You could use that resource to be able to help your family, be able to elevate, start your business, etc. All right, there's no need for that, you know. And here's one of the laws too as well. From him, you know, pulling out that knife. You know, that's not the first time that somebody just tried to pull out a knife on me as a disabled. And if you're disabled, you can protect yourself. And I had my firearms and my gun license since I was 18, you know, to be able to protect myself as a disabled. And here it is with the state. You know, I'm gonna read it off to you guys. So, report of firearm ownership approval. This letter acknowledges the California Department of Justice. The Department Bureau of Firearms has received your firearm application. Accordingly, the following firearms has been recorded in your name in the department's automated firearm system. Serial number, make, model, caliber. Should you decide to transfer ownership of any firearms in the future, Penal Code Sections 27545 and 28050 requires that all firearms, including private party transfers, be conducted through a licensed California firearms dealer, as defined in Penal Code Section 26700 through 26915. If you have any questions, please contact the Bureau of Firearms. Firearm Clearance Section of the Bureau of Firearms, Xavier Becerra, Attorney General. Thank you. But this is the original document. I know it's old like the U.S. Constitution because it's an amendment like the Constitution. You know, to be able to protect yourself as a disabled. That's one situation. Plus two, as a disabled, you know, people feel that they can approach you in any way, and because you're disabled, that you have no rights or no human respect and no human kindness. You don't receive that. This is the other dude that followed me by where I live at and just was verbally aggressive just for no reason. And I'm in my own solitude, in my own world. I don't bother nobody, and they always approach me. And here's the video for you guys to see. I was just like, man, just for all the support that we've been having on the channel. You said what?
Why you filming me?
Hey, say what's up to the channel, my guy. y'all see, you know, every time they try to, you know, be negative to me, you know, I just, you know, I try to respond, you know, with something positive, you know. And another thing too as well, you know, when you're disabled and whatnot, a lot of times is people may try to say that, oh, they help people with physical differences, or I help people who are disabled and this and that. And you know, that might be the case of it, but usually it's a euphemism, because if they really helped and respected and wished well to people who had a physical difference, they would respect your privacy. They would respect your boundaries. You know, they wouldn't pull out a knife. You know, they wouldn't try to threaten you or try to physically assault you, or, you know, cause bodily harm to you. You know, but the fact that they try to, you know, say that, you know, is a euphemism. And this is one of the other guys that was over here that was following me too as well, and he has a son who I believe who has Down syndrome over here. So if they know that, oh, okay, he's disabled and they're not respecting my boundaries, that just lets me know what other things are they doing, you know, to him that he can't, you know, orate or communicate effectively. You know, that who knows what they're doing with him. Then there was a doctor over here that just was following me and everything, and I told the people, hey, look, you know, can you please leave me alone? You know, I said to myself, I don't bother nobody, but they didn't take what I said. And this is one of the other times that he has followed me. This is one of them. Then this is the other time. Every time I come home and leave, they're always trying to follow and approach. And he's the doctor, and the reason why they try to have him approach is because everyone knows that, you know, I'm a phlebotomist and trying to become a nurse and just within my whole movement. So they try to get him to be able to set the approach. And I have another video too when I had told him if he could leave me alone too. So many videos. Okay. Said he's so wimpy, so I don't know who he's talking to, because he's not talking to me.
I told the other neighbor as well. Come on, sit, wait, sit.
So yeah, and then the other guy, the main one, he wouldn't leave me alone either. And when we first moved in here, there was just like a group of people that just kept trying to give me gifts and said that, oh yeah, the main guy who I'm about to show you, who was yelling at me, we're gonna give him a pseudonym of, I'll call him R. So the guy R tried to disguise himself as a cat's paw and use the other people around to try to give me gifts. And I've mentioned multiple times, hey, look, you know, I don't want your gifts, no thank you. And I was walking home, some other group of people you know, tried to you know, hand me a gift and said it was from R. And I said, no thank you, and can you please tell R that I don't want it? And they kept saying, oh no, I can't give it back, they told me to give it to you. So I was like, okay, got the gift and threw it directly in the trash. So then it's just like, why aren't you guys respecting my wishes and boundaries? So then I had to go talk to the main guy and tell him, hey, look, please respect my privacy and boundaries.
He was just telling everybody,
And
they could just
here
do,
it
like,
is.
leave me alone. Like, he was telling neighbors, like, if they could just do, like, leave me alone. Like, he was a white neighbor yesterday. I see him trying to come and talk to me yesterday, and I just keep it cool with everybody. But yeah,
And then they try to act like they don't know what neighbor it is, but that same other neighbor or the other neighbor had mentioned his name when they tried to give us a gift. Then they tried to say that, oh, his daughter needs our parking spot to be able to go to nursing school. So we already know it's you, so you don't have to lie at this point. But then when I show him who it is, guess what he says?
I would put everything. Look, it's the neighbor over here.
And I always show them the proof too, so they can see.
All the neighbors, if you could just tell them, if they could just like leave me alone. Like I just stay to myself and whatnot. Yeah, if they could just just leave me alone. Like I don't be bothered or whatnot. Yeah, that's cool.
See,
I don't like.
And He's trying to justify, oh, no, that my dog, he's a doctor. Anybody who respects people who has physical difference or who's disabled, the right thing that they should have said, and this isn't the first audio recording that I have of them, but when I mentioned to them, they please leave me alone. The right thing that he should have said was, okay, I'm sorry about that. I will respectfully notify them. Have a good day. You're not respecting my boundaries.
And nobody less like we
And listen to what I said at the
like
end.
Business partner, but I just wanted to let you know so you could just send a message. Alright, thank you.
And I said, I just wanted to let you know so you can send the message. Thank you. And plus too as well, I even have other pictures too as well of him talking to that guy. So they obviously know who it is. Like, come on. They try to act like they're imbeciles. And then the other neighbor, she just would not leave me alone. Every time I was walking my dog, oh yeah, then when I was walking my dog, the same neighbor that wouldn't leave me alone, the other guy, he kept following me, especially in his one van. Here it is, his dog attacked my dog, and I had to write that up too. So then it's just like, come on, man, like, what don't you understand? Then there's another person, or their group of friends. They just would not leave me alone. So this is the other girl, just kept trying to mention me in her story and whatnot. And then this is what she had said, just so you guys see. So she said, even though Bella is old and did not want to play, we enjoy meeting you and today, see you around. So my dog, I kept my dog on the leash waiting for her to get the message. Hey, look, I don't want to play. I'm all right. Can you please, keep your distance, And the only neighbor that I've conversated over here is the Asian dude. That is it. Just the Asian dude. So with that, I don't see why they keep on like overstepping boundaries, bro. Like, look, that's her right there. This is from 4 years ago. Mind you, they've been trying to harass me for 4 years. I have multiple videos, and one of the other neighbors has said that they're trying to get rid of him. So if something happens to me or anything, or if anybody try to flatten our tires or broken windows or anything, it's them. Yeah. So it's just like, yeah. Then how I knew that they kept on following, he kept on, the other neighbor, he kept on trying to ask for my number, and he kept trying to link and hang out and whatnot. So what I did was, as a disabled, which had made me feel uncomfortable, I had kept mentioning, I had said, no thank you, I'm alright, my phone is off right now. So when I had said my phone is off right now, he still didn't care. He was like, oh nah, come on. So then I was like, alright. So then once I gave him my number to show for proof as a tactic for you guys to be able to see that, hey look, they will not stop linking. Then he gonna send me text messages and say, I'm Greg if you forget. I didn't forget your name. I have all of you guys on film. So every time you guys talk to me, I write it down and save it in a folder. Then he's gonna try to link again and say, hey man, playtime tonight around 8:30. So yeah, so they keep just trying to link. And that was September 24th, 2020. So it just shows that they keep trying to come around. And then this guy, the doctor, every time I leave and come home, they always try to follow me within their cars and everything. And I even asked specifically, if they can, leave me alone and whatnot. But it's an intimidation tactic and whatnot. And I already made the report too as well. Cause when you make a report about harassment or anything, you can send in the footage and the videos, and it'll be able to be documented. So yeah. So I sent them the pictures, but yeah, that's the card right there. And then yeah, this is the report, So yeah, that's the report, So yeah, if you're disabled, you have rights. But that just shows that, hey look, can you just please leave me alone? And the other neighbors, I had to tell the other neighbors if they can stop hitting me up. Like, why do you keep hitting me up for? Then I'm gonna show you the other one. Like, why do you keep bothering me for, bruh? Like, after I told you multiple times. I got the whole message thing where, oh yeah, let me show you the other video. Then the other guy who was yelling, let me show you him. So look, I was trying to get my package, and he wouldn't specify a reason on why he wouldn't give me my package, and that's another reason of harassment. I don't talk to nobody over there. I don't bother nobody, and I even mentioned multiple times to him they can leave me alone. So this is the same guy that I had called as a sweating them R. So the same dude R, who's the main guy trying to orchestrate everything, and they try to act like, oh, they don't know anything until I show them the footage. But that's why he's upset, is because I stayed to myself, I don't bother nobody, and I even exposed them. So that's why they're upset. But I'm gonna let you see. See? So you can see.
Yeah, you gotta have your brother come and get it though.
I can get it.
No, you gotta have your brother come and get it.
I can get it. It's my.
I'm not giving it to you.
It's my package.
I'm not gonna give it to you. I'll give it to your brother or your.
It's my package.
I'm not gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to your brother or your.
My package that I ordered.
Have your brother come down or your.
See? So yeah, and then plus two, let me show you the other neighbor that would not leave me alone. I'm just like, bruh, like, leave me alone, man. So let me show y'all. I got so many files, bro. Then their friends kept hitting us up about some place getting robbed. Okay, that's none of my business. You guys check the cameras. What are you hitting me up for? Like, why do you keep bothering me for, bro? Like, you don't understand to leave me alone? Like, come on, bro. Like, leave me alone. Then let me show you the other one. But yeah, then the other group of associates, bro, they wouldn't stop calling me, bro. Like, why do you keep calling me? If, like, come on, bro. Like, if I'm doing everything to avoid you guys, why do you keep bothering me, bro? Then right here, they gonna ask you for some cereal, bro. Like, you up? Like, bro, I don't know y'all like that, and that's weird as bro. That's not my responsibility, bro. People are overstepping their boundaries, especially for kindness. It's one thing to be kind to as well, but it's another to overstep people's boundaries or something. I don't know, bro. That's not something that you just ask, bro. Like, I got another dude that tried to pull out a knife too on me this year, but that dude, oh yeah, let me show y'all this one too. Hold on, let me see. Cause this dude already knew. So, all right, last year, well, I already knew that I already knew that they was following me, but they really tried to like initiate the attack or whatnot. But so there was this old dude who lived in like a trailer park. So like about 3 years ago, every time I used to walk my dog and whatnot, he used to always ask for my phone. But he said that he needed to call his phone, but he couldn't call his phone because his phone was dead. So how are you gonna call both of your phones and they're both dead? You're just trying to see what my number is or whatever like that. That just doesn't make any sense, bruh. So then after that, I noticed, and I leave at specific times too as well. So when I would leave at specific times, I noticed that I would start seeing this one individual at a particular time, and I was like, okay, so he's a person I have to be wary of, be aware. And then this one time I was walking to 7-Eleven with my dog, and as I was walking, I'm trying to like go the other way, but it's another person who's standing on the right side, and then I'm like, excuse me. And so as I'm like saying excuse me, and I walk up, he gonna try to push me and everything onto the bus, and I'm with my dog. So of course, you already know how I am, but I'm not finna react and lose everything, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, just like, come on. I already knew that you guys were trying to follow, but you gotta realize, if you're disabled, record all of that to your advantage. Anytime somebody tries to attack you or cause harm or anything, always record that and have a separate file for them. So then after that, then I know, oh, okay, now I know that, okay, he would hit a person who has a physical difference. I'm gonna make sure that I'll have his video in a file just in case he try to attack me again or any sort of situation like that. So So then fast forward later, I was on a bus, and dude, let me see, let me show you. So I was on a bus, and the dude who had the knife, he was already he was on a bus too. So the same dude, the old dude who had pushed me against the side of that bus, he was already sitting down right there. So as soon as I seen him sitting down, I was automatically recording anyway, cause just for my safety. And plus too, I have like a blue body camera that I just automatically have recording when I leave public too, for safety reasons too as well. So I'm already recording. So once I see him, I already kind of knew what it was. So I just made sure I was recording, and then he had a knife, and then before that, he was just like, "Oh yeah, man, you ain't no warrior and this and that," and just speaking out to the neck. So he was talking like that. I was like, "Oh yeah, I already know they trying to follow me and whatnot." And then when he had did that, that's when I was like, "Oh yeah, see, it makes perfect sense, bro. Like 2 and 2." But yeah, that's just expected. And then plus too, like I do YouTube and everything, so as I'm rising, you know, people are gonna try to, you know, attack and whatnot and say, "Oh, you ain't this, you ain't that," and whatnot. So I'm already knowing how all of it is, bro. So I record everything. So yeah, but for people to see. But yeah, this the video right here.
Yeah, hey, bro, it's all good.
Was tripping, bro.
Yeah, see.
Was tripping, bro. I said I like it. My leg was out, but
Yeah, hey, bro, it's all
see?
good.
But yeah. So I'm already knowing. And another thing too as well on how to maintain your quality of life is understand your target audience. Your target audience of friends. You know, back then in elementary and middle school and high school, I've only had one best friend in elementary and one best friend in grade school and a couple of best friends in high school. And all of my best friends, they all got family and relatives within the military. My one of my best friends in elementary, his dad was in the military. And then my other best friend in middle school, his dad was a Marine. And yeah, man, rest in peace to that soldier, man. You know, thank you for his service. He succumbed to his injuries, man. But yeah, one of my best friends in middle school, his dad was a U.S. Marine. And then in high school, my other best friends, their dad was in the Navy and in the Army. So you gotta understand your target audience of friends, of support, of allies, of people who will have your back. So I already know who my target audience is, but you know, that's just how life is. If you got a physical difference, man, but you know, at the end of the day, you know, people are going to be people. But as long as you know how to maneuver across everything that you see and just move accordingly, hey, you will always succeed, man. But that's just some tips, man. So anybody who you know, harasses you and whatnot and don't respect your boundaries, hey, that they don't respect people who disabled or have a physical difference,